It's times like these where I'm happy I have two channels because this LeBron media ad stuff, I've been thinking about it for the last day and a half, right? I made a TikTok about it earlier. I had more thoughts in my head about this, and I feel like we can dig a little bit deeper. If you're new here, welcome in, and if you know me, welcome back. Welcome to More Kofie, my second channel. You see that plaque right there? I got 100K subscribers on my main channel, Kofie, and it's all thanks to you guys. Hopefully, I'll have a second plaque eventually. Who's to say? Let's get to it. So when a lot of people first saw this LeBron James decision announcement, a lot of people were like, oh, he might be retiring. And then there were a lot of people that were like, hey, he did the same thing for Amazon Prime. I'm not buying it. And both people are correct. And that's why I feel like we're in a weird space with LeBron, where I might call it LeBron limbo, right? And I think it's partly because LeBron is at a place where if he retires at any point this season, everybody would be like, yeah, that's totally fair. You're 40. You've given this league over 2 decades, bro. You could, of course, retire. We understand that. And honestly, as someone that used to work in social media, there were a couple of clues here as to why this wasn't a retirement announcement. First of all, with no disrespect, who the fuck is that guy on the right? We all know who that is. That's not a sports media person. I don't think. I actively, no disrespect whatsoever, I do not know who that guy is. I feel like LeBron's retirement announcement would be with someone that we would know, you know, like maybe it's a important sit down with, I don't know, someone else in the media. I respectfully, anyway. Also, I also would have found it weird that LeBron James decided to retire right after picking up his player option. I think that's weird. But again, LeBron has been in the league so long that whenever he makes an announcement, people in the back of their head might think that they're about to retire. And it's a completely valid point. But I think that we have to talk about the butterfly effect of even the possibility that LeBron James can retire. He drove ticket prices up for the last game by just announcing that he was going to make the decision of all decisions, right? Now, I do not, as someone that was watching this for a couple of years now, at no point did I think that LeBron James was retiring, but there are people around the country and around the world even that people are going to be like, dude, this might be the last time we get to see LeBron James play in an NBA regular season game or basketball game. Like, there's no guarantee that the Los Angeles Lakers make the playoffs. So yeah, that drove up ticket prices, right? And while it is like you look at them and you're like, really, guys, you thought he was going to retire? But there's a part of me, there's always going to be a part of me in the back of my head that's like, I do not blame LeBron fans for thinking that this might be the last time that they see their GOAT, right? And I'm going to give my perspective as someone that used to work in sports social media. I worked at SB Nation social media for about 2.5 years before I worked at Secret Base and then was eventually laid off earlier this February. When you worked social media and you were anticipating big news, you have so much in the chamber prepared for that moment that once there's like a hint of an announcement like that, you are basically on standby until that announcement, right? You don't know if this could be it. Even though there's like a possibility or a high chance that it's not it, it could be it, right? So think about all the Bleacher Reports, the CBS Sports, the Fox Sports. I'm sure that they have all of their LeBron retirement graphics prepared already, or at least the templates, because that's what we did at SB Nation and ESPN. You have all these things prepared because you know that it's going to be a big moment and it's going to be a big traffic driver. And for the NBA, at least, we haven't seen a player be this old, this good, and this covered. A combination of the three, I don't think, since like maybe Kobe. And I think that this is even a higher level than Kobe, because at least Kobe was like, this is my last year. Kobe wasn't doing like, oh, I can't. I don't think that Kobe was doing fake out ads being like, this is the decision to end all decisions, right? Like, because think about this. Think about another thing is that the last time LeBron James made a decision, it changed the entire course of the NBA's landscape, bro. It shifted the power from Cleveland to Miami. Like, so now the second decision, which now I will always think about now with this first decision, like the second decision is just LeBron has a flavor of Hennessy, which is something that he's already done before. He already had LeBron Hennessy. Oh my goodness. And the thing is that I could be spending my time doing so much else, but I just wanted to use this time to talk about how the LeBron media cycle will not end. I don't even think it will end after his retirement. And here's why I say that. Because here is what happens when LeBron does stuff like this. Of course, I'm not even shocked that ESPN and the Stephen A. Smith. I'm gonna call ESPN and Stephen A. Smith two different things now, because he has his own YouTube channel. So this is not a surprising thing, right? But here's where it gets like interesting, right? TMZ Sports. Then we have the Breakfast Club talking about LeBron's second decision, right? On top of like everything that we've seen. It's one of the things where it's like everybody felt like they had to talk about it. I felt like everybody that saw the announcement made time for whatever this announcement was going to be, because they had to. But the wild thing is that this isn't even the first time that LeBron has used his retirement tease for capitalism. This isn't the first time he's done that in the same year, by the way. Like, watch this.
LeBron, are the retirement rumors true? What's next?
Like, you see what I'm saying, bro? And I feel like there's a percentage of this that is just, this is harmless, right? It on the surface it's harmless, but I fear that the once the real retirement announcement comes around eventually, we would have gone through so many of these fake outs that we're probably just like, okay, I don't know here, and maybe I'm wilding, but I think that the more and more LeBron James does this, that it will not cheapen, but it won't cheapen the actual retirement announcement. But I feel like by the time that his actual retirement announcement happens, there's probably going to be a slice of people that are exhausted with just the fake outs of just like, okay, he announced it, damn. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we get more of these next year, where it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I have an important announcement to make, and it's DraftKings. You know, it's just stuff like this where, now, again, if you're a marketing person and you have no attachment to LeBron James' legacy at all, this is a really great idea, because now I'm still talking about the Prime Day ad, and it's been months from now, right? If someone at Hennessy was like, dude, I have a great idea, it's the best way to get attention to your product, but I feel like that also gets people mad at your product too. Like, I'm currently mad at Hennessy for a little bit. And the thing about this also is that he did the same thing. He did the same thing in June. He had like a teaser, a 7-second teaser for an Amazon Prime ad. And I blame Snoop Dogg for this so much, because Snoop Dogg said any Super Bowl ad that has a promotion before it, where Snoop Dogg was like, hey, I'm going smokeless, guys. And everybody was like, this is a commercial for something, right? That's crazy. Like, you wouldn't, why now? And it was for like a smokeless grill or whatever. Whenever LeBron James will have his retirement announcement, there will be a period of people that are just not gonna buy it because of this. And I don't know if that's good, I don't know if that's bad, but I think that that's gonna be the case. And the interesting thing about LeBron is that he has such a bright commercial career ahead of him. He has such a bright, whatever he wants to do after retirement, he'll be able to do. Like, he can do whatever he wants. Like, that's the funny thing about this, is that LeBron James is pump faking his retirement for like these commercials, and then like when he retires, we still going to see you, brother. I know that LeBron is not gonna just retire and be away from the public eye. Like Tom Brady's doing YouTube videos of iShow Speed. Like we will see you around, brother. You are too famous, popular, and you have a lot of interests. Like, so I'm not gonna be surprised by this. But I feel like the way we're covering him also has to do with the fact that like the Lakers might be good, they might be bad. There's so much unknown with them, and there's so much unknown with LeBron's like career after this. And it's to a point where it's just enough to where we have to take it seriously. Like, here's the thing. It's like the Lakers aren't the favorites to win the Western Conference, right? They're not the favorites to win the Western Conference. But they're going to be just interesting enough this entire season for us to have to cover them and for us to have to be like, oh, this might be LeBron's last hurrah. Who's to say? Like, it's like constantly dipping your toe in water that's the same temperature. And you're like, I might go in the pool, maybe if it cools down, but it doesn't cool down. It just stays the same temperature, man. And I don't know what to think, bro. Like, it's one of those things where I'm just so used to a sports media landscape where we have to cover everything that LeBron does. And I know that this is an ironic video because I'm doing that, but I'm just hoping for a day. I don't know. It's like, I don't want LeBron to retire, right? I'm not wishing retirement on anybody. I don't want LeBron to retire, but I feel like when LeBron retires, it'll be like, finally, we can now pay more attention to other people in the NBA. Because I feel like a lot of people in sports media, a lot of these outlets have just benefited so much on the fact that they could just hit the LeBron button and get all these views and it allows them to just settle and be comfortable in knowing that you're always going to play the hits. And I feel like I'm at a party where the DJ constantly just plays the same 20 songs, and everybody loves these songs, right? Everybody loves these songs. But if I pull up to the party next week and you're still playing the exact playlist, I'm going to get upset. And I feel like that's been my watching the NBA experience over the last couple of like 3-4 years of this, like just LeBron Lakers stuff. But people are like, oh, what? And this goes for like the entire generation where it's like LeBron, Curry, Kevin Durant, James Harden. And every year when Steph and LeBron play each other, it's like, we got to appreciate this while it's here. I'm like, we say this every year, man. This might be just because I'm a Pistons fan and I have not been involved in any of this whatsoever. But it's just like the thing where everyone's like, you only get so many more times to appreciate this. And I'm like, yes. However, we said this 5 years ago. I don't know. It might just be me. Y'all. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching to the end of the video. I appreciate you guys. There's going to be a lot more on More Kofie, a lot more NBA talk. I'll see you guys later. Bye.